Someone from your house who is in heaven has something urgent they need to communicate with you right now, this very moment. They have been trying to reach you for days, sending signs, leaving clues, making their presence known in ways you might have missed. The veil between worlds is thin right now, allowing this rare connection to form between you and them. You must watch this message fast completely before it disappears, because what they need to tell you cannot wait any longer. They are standing beside you this very second, their energy surrounding you as you hear these words. Their love for you is so strong it has broken through the boundaries between heaven and earth just to deliver this message that will change everything. The spirits in heaven do not reach out like this without reason. They do not break through the veil unless something important is happening in your life. Your loved one has been watching, observing, seeing things from a higher perspective that you cannot yet see from where you stand. They have witnessed the path forming before you. They know what lies ahead, what challenges are coming, what blessings are waiting. This window of communication is brief, it is rare, it is closing with every second that passes. It cannot be held open much longer. If you miss this message now, it may be months or years before another opportunity comes for them to reach you with such clarity. They have been trying through dreams, through songs, through memories, through moments when you felt someone near but saw no one. Now in this moment they have gathered all their energy, all their love, all their strength to make this final attempt to reach you before it's too late. Like this video if you feel their presence, if you sense someone from heaven trying to reach you, if your heart recognizes the truth in these words. Your loved one is watching right now to see if you are open to receiving what they have traveled so far to tell you. The connection grows stronger with your acknowledgement, your openness, your willingness to listen with your heart, not just your ears. The connection between heaven and earth is not broken by death, it is only transformed into something more subtle, more gentle, more easily missed by those who rush through life without pausing. Your loved one knows how to reach across this divide. They have learned the ways to send ripples through the fabric between worlds. But so many miss these signs, dismiss these moments, write them off as coincidence or imagination or wishful thinking. A feather that appears from nowhere, a song on the radio that was meaningful to both of you, a scent that reminds you of them when no source is present. The feeling of being watched over in your darkest moments, dreams so vivid they feel like visits, photographs that capture orbs of light, unexplained electrical disturbances. These are not random, these are not accidents, these are deliberate attempts to reach you, to remind you that love does not end when the body does. Right now the energy is strongest, the connection clearest, the message most urgent. It cannot wait any longer. Type Amen if you are ready to receive this message from beyond, if you are open to hearing what your loved one has traveled so far to tell you. The barriers between worlds cannot be crossed without your permission, without your faith, without your willingness to believe. The signs have been all around you for weeks and now growing stronger, more frequent, more obvious as they tried to prepare you for this moment. Have you noticed objects moving slightly from where you left them, lights flickering without explanation, the feeling of someone sitting beside you on an empty couch? Perhaps you've heard your name called when no one was there, caught glimpses of movement at the corner of your eye, felt sudden unexplained chills or warmth. Maybe you've dreamed of them vividly, speaking to you, touching your hand, telling you things you couldn't quite remember upon waking. Animals in your home staring at empty spaces, following something invisible, birds appearing at your window, butterflies landing near you repeatedly. All of these are attempts to break through, to reach you, to prepare you for this critical message that can no longer wait. Your loved one says they've been standing beside your bed at night watching over you during difficult days, celebrating your victories when you thought you were alone. They want you to know that death was only a doorway they stepped through, but they can still see you, still hear you, still feel your love. Type 777 if you've felt their presence recently, if you've sensed them nearby, if you've known somehow that they were still connected to you. The message they bring is about protection, about warning, about changes coming that you cannot yet see, but they can from where they stand now. There are forces gathering around you, energies shifting, circumstances aligning that will soon create a moment of decision in your life. Your loved one has seen what lies down each possible path. They know which choices lead to joy and which lead to pain. They cannot make these choices for you, cannot interfere with your free will, but they can guide you toward the light if you will listen. Something is coming, something important, something that will require all your strength, all your faith, all your courage to navigate correctly. Your departed loved one has been granted permission to warn you, to prepare you, to give you insights that those still living cannot access. This is why they have been trying so desperately to reach you. This is why they could not rest until you heard their warning. Type 1. I'm listening to open the channel fully, to allow their message to flow through clearly, without distortion, without interference. Your loved one stands waiting, hoping you will acknowledge them, hoping you will receive what they have come so far to share. The next part of their message cannot come through unless you are truly ready to hear it with an open heart. They are showing images of a crossroads, approaching a time when you will need to make a choice that seems small but carries great consequences. What appears to be an opportunity may hide dangers. What seems difficult may lead to unexpected blessings. You must look beyond surface appearances. Trust your intuition in the coming days, your gut feelings, your inner knowing. These are the ways your loved one will guide you when words cannot reach. They see someone approaching your life, someone wearing a mask of friendship but carrying different intentions. Be cautious with new people who appear too perfect, too agreeable. An opportunity connected to your past, to something you thought was finished, will resurface. Examine it carefully before committing your energy. Your health requires attention. Something small now could become significant if ignored. Listen to your body's whispers before they become shouts. A legal or financial matter needs resolution sooner rather than later. What seems overwhelming has a simpler solution than you realize. Your loved one urges action, not fear, preparation, not anxiety, awareness, not suspicion. They want to guide, not frighten you into the right path. There have been so many times they've tried to reach you, moments when they were shouting from the other side, but the message couldn't break through. In your deepest grief, when you needed them most, they were there holding you, speaking to your heart, but pain created static that blocked their voice. During celebrations and you wished they could see your joy, they were witnessing everything, feeling your happiness, experiencing it with you. In moments of prayer, meditation, quiet reflection, they came so close, almost breaking through the veil, but something pulled your attention away too soon. When you spoke their name, asked questions out loud, sat in their favorite chair, held their possessions, they heard every word, felt every emotion, tried to respond. Some people remain closed to these messages. Fear blocks the connection, doubt creates barriers, busy minds cannot hear the whispers from beyond. But you have always been different, more open, more sensitive, more connected to the unseen world. Type 333 if you're beginning to understand who is reaching out, if you can feel their unique energy, their presence, their essence. The clearer you become about who is communicating, the stronger the connection grows, the more specific their message can become. Is it a parent, a grandparent, a sibling, a friend whose energy you feel now? Your loved one has not been idle since crossing over. They have been actively working on your behalf, protecting, guiding, shielding you from harm. Remember the near accident that somehow didn't happen, the strange impulse to change your plans that kept you from danger, the decision that felt guided by something beyond logic. These were not coincidences, not luck, not random chance, but direct interventions from the one who watches over you from heaven. They have whispered warnings during your sleep, guided your hands on steering wheels, placed thoughts in your mind that seem to come from nowhere. There is a battle they fight daily in realms you cannot see, against energies that would harm you, drain you, pull you off your path. They stand guard while you sleep, walk beside you in dangerous places, place shields of light around you when negative people approach. This protection has been constant, unwavering, committed even when you didn't recognize it, even when you couldn't feel their presence. They never left your side. There are words that remained unspoken between you, things left unsaid, business unfinished when they departed this world. They want you to know that they understand everything now. They see with perfect clarity the misunderstandings, the hurt feelings, the regrets. From where they stand now, outside of human limitations, all is forgiven, all is understood, all is healed. There is only love remaining. The arguments that were never resolved, the apologies never expressed, the questions never answered, they want you to release these burdens now. They see how you carry these weights, how unfinished business keeps you tied to pain, keeps you looking backward instead of forward. If you have carried guilt about things you did or didn't do, they want you to know they hold no judgment, only compassion, only understanding, only love. If they left too suddenly without proper goodbyes, they want you to know they felt your love in their final moments. They weren't alone, they weren't afraid. If you've wondered if they were proud of you, if they approved of your choices, if they understood your struggles, they want you to know they see your heart, they know your intentions, they honor your journey. This healing is part of their message, this completion, this closure, this peace they offer freely from the other side. Type peace if you are ready to release the unfinished business, the guilt, the questions, the regrets that have kept you tied to pain. Allow the healing they offer to flow through you now, washing away old hurts, replacing them with understanding, with forgiveness, with love. Your acceptance creates space for the most important part of their message to come through clearly, completely. Now comes the heart of what they've been trying so desperately to tell you, the message that could not wait, could not be delayed any longer. You stand at a pivotal moment, a turning point where decisions made now will echo through years to come, affecting not just you but those connected to you. Trust the path that feels peaceful, not the one that promises the most immediate reward. Be willing to walk through temporary difficulties toward lasting joy. Someone will soon ask something of you that feels wrong, that creates unease in your stomach. Listen to that feeling, it is your loved one's warning. Relationships around you are shifting, some falling away, are meant to go, some entering, are blessings, but one requires careful discernment. A dream you abandoned long ago is not finished with you, it waits for your return, your renewed commitment, your courageous second attempt. Financial changes approach, requiring wisdom, patience, careful planning. Resist impulsive decisions, seek advice from those with pure intentions toward you. Your spiritual growth is accelerating, creating discomfort as old patterns break, but this expansion is essential, necessary, blessed, supported by those in heaven. Your loved one sees a light growing within you, a purpose clarifying, a strength developing that will soon be needed for challenges and opportunities alike. Now is the time to prepare, to center yourself, to build your faith, to gather your resources, to strengthen your boundaries, to open your heart to divine guidance. Type 1. Understand if you comprehend the importance of this message, if you recognize the truth in these words, if you commit to heeding this guidance. Your loved one watches anxiously, hoping their efforts to break through have not been in vain, hoping you will take these warnings seriously. They cannot force you to follow this guidance, cannot make these choices for you. They can only offer the wisdom they've gained from their heavenly perspective. Beyond all warnings, beyond all guidance, beyond all practical messages lies the most important truth. They want you to know their love for you remains unchanged, undiminished, unbounded. Death did not end their love, did not diminish their connection, did not erase the bond you share. It simply transformed it into something death itself cannot touch. They see you crying alone when no one is watching. They feel your longing, you're missing them, your silent conversations with their memory. When you visit their grave, speak to their photograph, hold items that belong to them, they are there receiving your love, feeling your connection. They want you to know that they are not gone, just transformed, not absent, just invisible, not silent, just speaking in new ways you are still learning to hear. The love you shared exists outside of time, outside of physical form, outside of human limitations. It continues to grow, to evolve, to deepen from both sides of the veil. They celebrate your joys, comfort your sorrows, guide your steps, walk beside you through every day, never missing a moment, never leaving your side. This love, transcending death itself, is their greatest gift to you, their eternal promise, their unbreakable commitment, their everlasting legacy in your life. Type love eternal if you feel this connection strengthening, if you sense the barriers between worlds thinning, if you recognize that death is not the end. Your acknowledgement creates bridges, your faith builds pathways, your love opens doors between dimensions that allow this relationship to continue growing, evolving, deepening. Your loved one makes these solemn promises to you from their place in heaven, promises they have the power to keep, the authority to fulfill. They will send unmistakable signs when you need reassurance, signs so personal, so meaningful that you cannot mistake them for coincidence. They will visit your dreams with messages of comfort, guidance, wisdom when you face difficult decisions, uncertain paths, challenging relationships. They will place people in your path, angels in human form, who appear at exactly the right moment with exactly what you need most. They will whisper inspiration into your mind, creative solutions to problems, insights that seem to come from nowhere, knowledge beyond your own experience. They will create a shield of protection around you during vulnerable times, deflecting energies that would harm you, guiding you away from danger. They will continue your relationship from beyond, continuing to participate in your life, witnessing your journey, celebrating your growth, loving you without condition or limitation. These promises are sacred, unbreakable, eternal, backed by the power of heaven itself. Type 1 receive, to accept these promises from heaven, to welcome this continued connection, to embrace the ongoing relationship with your departed loved one. Your acceptance strengthens the bridge between worlds, makes the connection clearer, the communication easier, the relationship more tangible. They stand with hands extended, offering these gifts, these promises, these commitments, waiting for you to reach back across the veil. This message comes now because timing is critical. Events are already in motion, energies already shifting, circumstances already aligning. Within the next 7 days you will begin to see evidence of what they've been warning you about, signs of the approaching decision point, the coming opportunity. Within 30 days a significant choice will present itself, one that seems simple on the surface but carries far-reaching consequences for your path. By the next full moon the situation they've been trying to prepare you for will be fully revealed, requiring all the wisdom, all the discernment, all the courage they've been helping you gather. They could not wait any longer to deliver this message, could not risk you entering this critical period unprepared, unwarned, unprotected. From their vantage point in heaven they can see the timeline unfolding, the pieces moving into place, the moment of decision approaching faster than you realize. The time to prepare is now, today, this moment, before the currents grow too strong to easily redirect. After this video ends, take these specific actions to prepare yourself for what's coming, to strengthen your connection, to continue receiving guidance from your loved one. Find a quiet moment alone to sit in silence with eyes closed, heart open, asking specifically for a sign of their presence, then watch carefully for their response. Clear your physical space of clutter, particularly around your bed, your main living area, your workspace, as cluttered spaces block spiritual energy, spiritual communication, spiritual protection. Place a glass of water by your bed each night for 7 nights, as water absorbs information from spirit, then pour it outside each morning with gratitude. Pay special attention to your dreams, keeping a notebook beside your bed to record them immediately upon waking, as important messages will come during sleep. Strengthen your energy boundaries by visualizing light surrounding you, protecting you, especially before entering crowded places, difficult conversations, challenging situations. Trust your first impressions, your initial feelings, your instinctive responses to people and opportunities, as these contain guidance from your spiritual team. Reduce time spent with negative, doubting, cynical people during this critical period, as their energy interferes with your ability to receive spiritual guidance. Create sacred moments throughout your day, even brief ones, to pause, breathe, connect. Remember that you are being guided, supported, loved from dimensions beyond the physical. These preparations are not optional but essential for navigating the approaching crossroads with wisdom, with clarity, with divine support. Type 1. Am prepared to signal your commitment to these preparations, your readiness to follow through on these spiritual practices. Your loved one watches anxiously, hoping you will take these steps seriously, understanding their importance for what lies ahead. This preparation determines how clearly, how strongly, how effectively they can guide you through coming challenges. To confirm that this message truly comes from your loved one in heaven, not from imagination, not from coincidence, they will send these validations in the days ahead. Within 3 days you will find an object in an unexpected place, something connected to them, something that brings specific memories, something that should not logically be where you find it. A song connected to your shared history will play at a meaningful moment, perhaps on the radio, in a store, in a film, bringing unmistakable confirmation of their presence. Someone who doesn't know your situation will say something that perfectly echoes this message, a phrase so specific you cannot dismiss it as random. You will experience a dream so vivid, so real, that it feels more like a visitation than ordinary dreaming, likely including details you could not know, information you could not access. Physical sensations will occur at key moments, perhaps chills, warmth, touches on your shoulder, the scent of their perfume, cologne, or signature smell. Watch for numbers that were significant to them appearing repeatedly in unexpected places, reinforcing the reality of this communication. These validations will remove all doubt, all disbelief, all uncertainty about the authenticity of this message. Type clarity if you're seeing the truth of this message, if you're recognizing the reality of this communication, if you're accepting the guidance being offered. Your loved one seeks confirmation that their efforts have succeeded, that the veil has truly parted, that their message has been received, understood, taken to heart. The strength of your belief determines the power of your protection in the days ahead. Through all warnings, through all guidance, through all practical advice shines this unchanging truth: they love you with a love that transcends death itself. They see your struggles, your doubts, your fears, your loneliness, your questions, your pain, and wrap you in love that never ends, never diminishes, never abandons. They witness your strength, your courage, your persistence, your kindness, your growth, your light, and celebrate each step with pride, with joy, with boundless love. They want you to know that separation is temporary, reunion is certain, love is eternal, bonds are unbreakable, connections continue growing even across dimensions. They hold your tears, collect your prayers, carry your hopes, stand beside you through dark nights, bright mornings, difficult challenges, beautiful triumphs. They have not abandoned you, have not forgotten you, have not moved on without you, but remain connected, heart to heart, soul to soul, love to love. When your time eventually comes, they will be waiting, arms open, hearts full, eyes shining with recognition, with welcome, with love that has never dimmed, never wavered, never ended. Until that day they walk beside you, invisible but present, silent but communicating, separate but connected, always and forever, part of your journey, your story, your heart. Type victory is mine to claim the blessing of this heavenly connection, to acknowledge that death has not won, has not ended your relationship, has not severed your bond. Declare yourself permanently connected to your loved one in heaven, receiving their guidance, accepting their protection, embracing their continued presence in your life. This declaration seals the communication pathway, making future messages clearer, future signs more recognizable, future guidance more accessible. The communication has been completed, the message delivered, the warning given, the love expressed, the connection strengthened. Your loved one steps back now, satisfied that they have reached you, that they have broken through the veil, that they have delivered what was so urgent, so important, so necessary. They will continue to communicate in more subtle, quieter ways, through signs, through dreams, through intuitive knowing, through unexplained knowing. The heavenly guidance will unfold in your life day by day, moment by moment, decision by decision, as you navigate the approaching crossroads. This experience has forever strengthened your spiritual awareness, your connection to realms beyond the physical, your relationship with those who have crossed over. Nothing is ever truly lost, no one is ever truly gone, love is never truly ended, relationships are never truly broken by death. They return now to their heavenly duties, but remain forever connected to you, watching over you, guiding you, loving you beyond time, beyond space, beyond human understanding. It is done.